see any of this in the 60s, 70s. I don't know about the 60s, but I remember the 70s. Everyone's thin. Everyone had a six-pack. Now, of course, a lot of it's the food. That's a huge one. But you have to wonder if they're not only making people fat via the chemtrails, but also turning them gay. So Cliff High posted this, and he was talking about how the chemtrails make you fat, but this also applies to how they could make you gay. Everyone in the Western world who's overweight needs to pay attention. Chemtrails have aluminum in very fine particles. This is absorbed through the skin and the lungs. Your body is not reacting to our environment naturally. You have been fucked over by chemtrails. Zoomers will die very early of mental diseases because of the aluminum in the chemtrails. Chemtrail deniers and other academics need to grasp that their children's whole generation is doomed to early mental failure due to aerosolized aluminum. And it fucks with your body's ability to deal with fat storage. In the context of human health, aluminum can also contribute to weight gain. Aluminum is a known endocrine disruptor and can interfere with the function of estrogen receptors. Now, we've known for a while, a number of people have done studies, they've tracked it and done studies, that there's two main metals in the chemtrails. One's aluminum, which, by the way, I still remember most of the chemical symbols, because I was forced to sit in a torture camp as a kid and memorize them all. So I remember aluminum, that was Al, and the other one I think, and I could be wrong on this, I might be just proving myself wrong, but I think the other one's barium, which I think is Ba. Now what's interesting about that is BaAl. So yeah, the two main things they're spraying everyone with, their chemical symbols together spell out Baal, which is like Moloch, which is what all the Israeli Zionists all worship. It's basically Satan. But so the chemtrails might be doing, well, almost, we know they're spraying aluminum and barium, I think. It might be something else. But if that's true, and if it's true what they say about what aluminum does to you, which I'm pretty sure is true, I think that's why so many people get Alzheimer's, is from the aluminum cans and stuff like that, and the vaccines, they all have aluminum in them. So yeah, that could be making a lot of people fat as it screws with their estrogen receptors. But if it's screwing with their estrogen receptors, if it's a man, it might turn them basically trans or gay, and a woman, it might actually have the opposite effect, because if they get too much, it actually turns into testosterone. So this is like not even close to just like a theory off the top of my head. This is probably happening if you think about it. The chemtrails have aluminum. The aluminum does this to the body. It turns people basically gay and turns their mind off. And it basically makes it so you have Alzheimer's. And then I saw this. Survey indicates sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender dysphoria are all primarily caused by vaccination. They're basically causing these effects. Nowadays, 80% of the deviations from traditional norms can be ascribed to vaccination. Clinical evidence, 25 years, 5,000 kids, aligns with the survey. Here are the odds ratio between the fully vaccinated and fully unvaccinated. Odds ratios over 2 are traditionally associated with causality. So what they're saying is if this number is over 2, then it's the thing that they're tracking is probably causing it, or it could be at least one of the things causing it. So here's people who have been injected with vaccines. They're well over, like double over what they should be for sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender dysphoria. It says these effects are huge and consistent. Also, the odds ratio for partially vaccinated are in line with the fully vaccinated in general. The greater the number of vaccines someone has, the more likely they are to have a trait that differs from traditional norms. So the vaccines themselves are the elephant in the room here and the driver of the response, not environment, upbringing, social pressure, etc. So I saw that from Cliff High saying that the chemtrails are probably causing people to be fat and gay. And then I saw that article and studies showing that the vaccines are highly correlated, almost causal, of people having gender dysphoria and being basically gay. So that's two of the big things they're pushing and have been pushing for the last 5 years is the chemtrails and the vaccines. And now we're seeing just like everyone's turning LGBTQ everywhere. Like everyone is, it seems. Not everyone, but you know, like the Amish aren't. They don't inject themselves with any vaccines, and they tend to live in like rural areas outside of major population centers where they're probably not getting chemtrailed. So we're gonna soon look at the Amish as like the perfect human, and we're all gonna be like fat and gay and stupid. It's like, oh, those stupid Amish people, they don't like technology. It's like, worked out well for them. So I saw that, I'm like, could it be? Could it be the vaccines and the chemtrails are making everyone gay? Like Alex Jones talked about this a long time ago, about how the chemicals from the plastics in the water turn frogs gay. And that too, I'm sure, affects it. Like I said, the food system, the water, everything's polluted. Like you have to be getting your own water from your own well, filtering it, to even get close to having anything healthy. And that's what we do here, by the way. The water actually comes, I don't even want to say where it comes from, but